All right, the MMA Garden Grows Dark is showing in California as the Newsom called for breaking the glass a couple days back. And this is an acrylic glass factory that's on fire down there. That's they're expecting the explosion. But we got 4 things going on in the LA area, and it's hitting on those quake clock numbers that I posted on last week. But you are entering, or you're in the 1,117th week of the Indonesia quake, and that's going to go into the 1,119 and those types of things for these numbers we've been tracking. And then you get the 22 clocks, the 26 clocks, all those kinds of things. Either way, the MMA, the acrylic glass, the drones, the razor blades, the aerospace, the air rose pace, those types of things. High speed buses mentioned also today, 140 miles an hour from LA to San Francisco with a 44,000 Obama number mentioned. The shipyard New York has the 311.6 coating, 311.9 coating on there with the 16 injured, 13 firefighters. The 9-month, 11th day of the high stakes meeting is on 5/26, 5/27. The MMA, the methacrylate or methacrylate, that's also tying into the Christ session and the Elon, the Xmas. The X replaces the Christmas on that Santa, Satan man, the Illuminati, the naughty or nice. So on a declaring or a declaration, the LA and such, that's loading up for an early time frame on July or June. June and July show a 2 Christmas time frame, because Xmas in July should actually be in June with the 12 and the 6 on those divisions. So this is where you get the 6-7, those types of things, and then Pence turned 67 on 6-7 this year. And that's part of the trumpet sounding and all these other things. Either way, so the shatter resistant, this is going where no man has gone before, and the Star Trek, the Star Trek, and then that's part of the recreation and the stuff that's been going on, and these high stakes per se, and the as far as following who's ordering what on the recreational market and then shipping it through your UPS or your FedEx or those types of things, and the FedEx, and that's part of the Garden of Fedin, and the NAC kids. So all these things are stacking up in different ways. And then the Gab Day, the Oil Day, the 7-10, which is the flip on the 10-7, which is when the Israel started or whatever. All these things are all collapsing in as you're going to that UFC, CFU, the Dana White, the White House, the District of Columbia. These little underground wars coming to the subsurface levels. But either way, so as Tulsi Gabbard resigned, that's tying into your critical race, that ties into your Tulsa massacre. Back a few years ago, we linked all these things together. Cushing, the Kush, and Oklahoma with the reserves, that kind of dictates our price on oil in a way. So all these things are kind of stacking up. They're over here in the LA, and then you have the LA and Louisiana and the oil and all that stuff. Houston, we got a problem. And then I think the Patronic, the Patronic, and the Nick for the St. Nick and all that stuff's all going up as far as the shit coming, okay? But either way, just connecting some of these few things has been tying on and whatever, because we're going in that little focal point, and it's very possible with the acrylic glass, the MMA, the drones, and all these things, the green arrow, the poison dart frog up there. We also got a poison dart frog in Dallas, the Dialis. Those types of things as far as their public transport system. I loaded all these things before, and they also got the tray for the Trinity Railroad Express, and that's also tied to your Tray de Agua and whatever else. And then we got that Washington end today for that Kevin Warsh for the replacement of the Jeremy Powell. So Either way, all these things are lining up. You got your Kevin Warsh and Jeremy Powell, and then you're connecting to your Michael Johnson and your Kevin McCartney, and the Kevin connection to your Home Alone, Texas, the Elon Star State, the Clone Star State, the Drone Star State, Six Flags over Texas, Six Flags over Texas. All these things are kind of stacking up. All right, so either way, folks, it is all hitting on all points. And as that great tribulation and these things are happening, the tribulation is folding from one to the other. As it does that, this area is getting a great tribulation, and then you have your that's when your tribulation goes to your Middle East of America, and then the next few years after that or whatever will bring in the great tribulation and such to the Middle East of America and these states or whatever, as the divide comes and the lockdowns come in different ways, taking us from one to the other and whatever else. So either way, it seems to be that with Matthew McConaughey, remember that bee sting that he got? And this is going with the PA system and then finding the snipers and all this shit that we picked out before. So this could be where Newsom and these people are all coming together to try and take out Trump, and then Trump has his own little force or whatever. But either way, we are here, folks. It is hot to trot like a disco ball.